Alrighty. Yep. Let me mute my stream in case that's being duplicated. It shouldn't be, but... What's going on, people? Oh, I need to get rid of that wrote the 6K thing. I actually already have that. Which, thank you all for that, by the way. That goal does not need to be there anymore. So I will remove that. But I am wondering how you guys have been, because yeah, it's been a while. And I apologize for that. By the way, I really need to figure out how to get an actual like YouTube chat box that looks fine, because that's something I was trying to do for like the past 45 minutes, but I could not figure out how to get it to work properly. So we're just stuck with what I have currently, and hopefully that will be fine. But that's essentially what a lot of today is going to be. It's mainly just going to be testing stuff. Bro remembered his password. Finally, I did. So one of the things, especially for like the last stream that I did, which was 2 years ago, basically everything I did was 2 years ago at this point. The last time that I tried to stream, it was trying to do a like plugin feature that allowed you to record stuff while streaming. And my computer was not nearly as strong as it is now, which is definitely one of the main reasons why I couldn't do it then. So this stream is essentially just testing to see if that actually works, because I have a much better processor and graphics card than I did 2 years ago. So that shouldn't be much of a issue now, but we're mainly just going to be chilling and relaxing while I play some Kingdom Hearts. And hopefully stream is perfectly fine as I do that. So let me actually put the game on screen. That'd be a good idea. All right, I think it has to change because I'm playing on what is it? What is it? Epic Games, and I think it has to do the second adjustment for it. I think. So I think I have to change it back actually. Yeah, because that's the launcher, and then once the game actually shows up, it should be fine. You know, whenever it loads. Yeah, I gotta change that. There we go. But I'm wanting to assume that audio overall is fine. And as far as the recording, I'm gonna try and do that now. And hopefully, everything will be good as far as that. Should I just start a new game? I probably should. Probably be a good idea, but these files are pretty early into the game, so it shouldn't be too bad. Audio is fine. I like how more than one person has made the he remembered his YouTube password joke. What's my favorite video that I've made? That's actually really tough, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, overall things are going fine as far as this. Everything's running smoothly, which is nice. That should be fine for the most part. I might actually no, I'm still gonna change these. Oh, maybe. I think I normally do this actually. It is warranted. I will not say that it isn't.
Take this.
But yeah, my favorite video to have worked on. That's definitely hard to think about because I don't think I've ever actually like thought about what's my favorite video to have worked on, especially given the varying experiences that have happened as far as making something. Okay, I have Beast. What was I last doing on this save file? 'Cause I have a lot of different save files.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I could probably turn the game down a little. What? What is this one? Oh, that guy. He just went down there. Okay. I know Kingdom Hearts is a very loud game, so Kingdom Hearts in general is like super loud for like no reason. So let me do that and that should be fine. Probably. But again, as far as the favorite one, that is still like super tough. Also, this ultra low latency is insane. Like it's actually like live, which is kind of crazy. Like I think it's legitimately like, I think maybe 2 seconds behind, which is kind of funny. Beast, get out of my way. Yeah, gotta love PC Kingdom Hearts sound effects not working sometimes. I'm surprised I spaced that properly. My Scooby-Doo Night of 100 Frights video was also dope. That one was pretty fun. Like I'm trying to think of like all the overall experiences whenever it comes to making some of the videos, like as far as like actually playing the game, because as a lot of you are very well aware, some of those games were not very fun to play. But then as far as like doing script stuff and then editing, a lot of different stuff goes into what would make one of them like good or not. Am I gonna stop doing game reviews? That I definitely do need to decide on, because I've definitely gone on and off with it multiple times, and I also have still plenty of different games that I can like look at. So it's not like I don't have options. Like there's a ton of different options that I could go for. I should probably heal right now, so I don't. Good thing I did that, because I might have died there, but. There's definitely still a ton of options that I can go for, just as far as what I can overall do. I'm gonna do that just in case he attacks me here. Okay, he didn't. Nemo wasn't that bad. B-Movie was definitely really bad. B-Movie's one of the worst ones. Ow. Just in case. Okay. Okay, I was about to say, that doesn't work down there, right? Oh my goodness, this bar's in the way. But yeah, like, finding Nemo was not that bad. Like, even though there are some, like, not great things about that game, that one's, like, probably in, like, the middle as far as, like, most of my experience with, making videos. Like, it's probably about the average. I would definitely have to look back at the videos again just to remember which ones I did. But yeah, as far as like overall plans for content creation and stuff, I do have like 2 different ideas. One of them is essentially doing like somewhat a blind Let's Play channel. It would be separate, just like stuff I haven't played before. Be for stuff like Mass Effect, Assassin's Creed, just really most stuff that I haven't played before. And then a different idea that I had was essentially kind of the videos that I do now. Oh, whoops. I thought I had thunder. But it would essentially be for like a lot longer form videos. And it would still be for like the stuff that I talked about before, like either Assassin's Creed or like Final Fantasy 16, because I've been playing through most of that recently. Well, I say most of it. The only part I have to do is the Rising Tide DLC. That's literally the only thing I have left when it comes to playing that game. But yeah, it's that, and then there's also, of course, continuing with the license-based game reviews. There are some, if not a lot, of movie tie-in games that had no reason to be that hard. Yeah, that's fair. One of many reasons why some aren't entirely fond of, for those that don't like hard difficulty. Yeah, there are definitely a fair amount of them that are just oddly difficult despite who they're geared towards, which like most of the time is towards kids. And Finding Nemo was one of those examples. I was like, bro, why is this game so hard? Could I do some retrospective games like Shin Megami Tensei or King of Hearts to see how they evolved over time? I kinda could. That's almost kind of what the the videos I talked about before with like Final Fantasy 16, where it would be like a long form video about that. I don't know if anyone's seen like Bricky's channel, but the videos would essentially be similar to that if I were to make those type of videos. Have my opinions on any game I've critiqued ever changed? I think if I looked back, there probably would be some things, like, as far as how I did certain videos that I would do differently if I were to do them now. Like, I know Protector of Earth for Ben 10, that's one of the main examples, because that was the third review that I've ever done. And there are some things that I put in certain sections that I normally would not do. Normally they would be in, like, a different section or something like that. But outside of that, I think for the most part, most of my opinions have stayed relatively the same. Like, maybe over time, maybe like a slight difference, but overall, I still feel like my general opinion of how certain things were still the same. Have I been enjoying Final Fantasy 16? Yeah, I've been enjoying it a lot. I've played I say a fair amount of Final Fantasy games, but that's only been like, I think, how many have I played and beat? I think I've only played and beat like 4. I played and beat 13, 13-2, 16. I still need to play the Rising Tide DLC though. And then 7 Crisis Core and 7 Remake. So that's like 5 actually, but. And I mean like original Crisis Core on PSP. Not the remaster. But yeah, there's definitely a ton of series that I like want to get into and easily could if I do it via streaming. Because there is one series that my online friend group has like immensely gotten into recently, and that's the Trail series. So that's easily something I could do through live streaming. Then there's also Xenoblade Chronicles, Final Fantasy as well, because there's plenty of Final Fantasy games I haven't played. Stuff like that. Cars video games? Yeah. they would actually make a pretty good retrospective, to be honest, especially because of Cars, the series itself, and how, like, one's pretty good, then there's 2, and then 3, like, is kind of more of a return to form. How have I been? I've been good, Common Writer. I've been good. And next, I've been good. What was the hardest game that you've managed to beat? The thing about the B-movie is not even like the B-movie game was hard. It was just that it was very buggy, so you couldn't get through a lot of stuff without having to brute force some things. Oh, wrong thing. Let me actually try and look at my videos to see what the— oh, right. I forget rocks fall down here. I need to make sure I don't get hit in the head with a rock. But some of the hardest, if I can find all the videos. There we go. Let's see. Because I'm trying to see any that are, like, actually notably difficult. I say Shark Tale is quote-unquote difficult, but not really. I think that's mainly just because it has certain aspects that, like, aren't generally easy. Like, the rhythm sections in that game. For me, I, like, play rhythm games, and I enjoy them a lot. So for me, having that actually be, like, decently challenging was surprising. So I find that to be really good. What is an actually hard game in here? Oh, Lilo and Stitch was actually surprisingly hard. That might actually be up there, to be honest. Yeah, thinking about it, it's like that. Finding Nemo was actually decently hard. And I think that's actually it. Yeah, most of them aren't really all that, like, super difficult. It's just that the main things that make certain games hard to get through is either because they just genuinely aren't fun to play, or because they just have, like, a— or just because they're, like, really buggy or something like that. This just makes actually getting through certain stuff just not easy. But that's less because of the— did I? Oh, I put that there and not— oh, yeah, that's actually what I normally do. I just forgot because I swapped Blizzard. Someone has looked up to me for years. You're glad to see it. I'm okay. I do appreciate that. You got a copy of Monster House on GameCube thanks to me? Yeah, Monster House is pretty good. Like, surprisingly. It's very funny that that's basically a Resident Evil clone, but it's just very funny that it ends up that way. I imagine that that's probably how, like, the conversation for making that game went. That, oh, we just make Resident Evil. Disney Cars has a bunch of games. Yeah, they do. There's Cars 1, 2, 3, which I don't think is on Steam, which is kind of surprising. I think that one's only available physically. What else is there to note of? And then there's what is it? Tall Tales or Telltales? There's another game that I think is like an educational game, and then Maynard Nation something, which is very funny because in the, what is it, the Steam trailer for that game actually has Life as a Highway in it. So, because the first one does not, which is kind of insane to think about, because that movie very much made that song famous, at least to me. So, it's just very funny that that game, well, the first game didn't have it, and then the follow-up game did. You've been playing Protector of Earth once every year or so, and you felt like Heat Blast and Wildvine were the most OP in the game because they have great range attacks. Honestly, that's probably true. Just because of pure range. Well, the camera decided to be a little weird though. I might have to change their AI. I'm not certain what they're doing right now. That could be why. I'm gonna put you on that. B-movie was made for a sweaty speedrunner, probably. The thing is, it's super buggy, and it's not even like buggy in a sense of like, oh, it allows for like a lot of like really quick like skips or anything. Oftentimes it just either puts you in a loop or just completely stops you from completing a level, which is really bad. You think the hardest license-based game you've played from the PS2 era would probably be the Lord of the Rings Return of the King game. Good but difficult. I have no experience with Lord of the Rings, so I would not know. Oh yeah, this game is going to be 20 as far as the Japanese version. It is crazy to think that, to be honest. Like, I think back to certain games, and it's like, bro, how was this game this old? Like, I don't look super fondly at Smash 4, but I'm like, bro, how is this game this old? Oh, thanks, Goofy. I might as well swap Keyblades for this, actually, because Hades. 100%ing Spider-Man 2 for PS2 is notoriously difficult to 100%. Once you beat the story, it becomes a Dark Souls game. That's funny. That is something I definitely need to try and play at some point. The Spider-Man games, those would be good to review. I need to get them though. Because like, one of the things that like I'm pretty sure I've said like a few times whenever it comes to like actually reviewing videos is that I always, or at least most of the time, want to see the original source. That way I know what it is that I'm working with, and if anything is like either weird or just a little different from the source. And Spider-Man, most of the Spider-Man stuff I never really saw. Like, I saw Into and Beyond the Spider-Verse, but like past that, well, and then the MCU Spider-Man movies, but basically the Tobey Maguire and the Andrew Garfield movies I hadn't seen until like December last year. So now that I actually have seen those, I can actually have some experience with that and put that towards reviewing those whenever I can actually get my hands on them. Oh, there's the last one. Thanks, Donald, for taking that. Thanks, Oren, for taking that. My review of Vilghast Attacks made me want to try it out. Honestly, I'm glad for that, because like one of the main things for like my videos is that I'm not really trying to convince anyone that like a game is like necessarily good or not in their eyes. Like, I'm just presenting my argument for how I feel about it. Because, like, at the end of the day, all these games that I've reviewed are completely based on nostalgia. And there's not anything exactly wrong with that. Thank you, Donald, for that. But like some of my favorite license-based games are not exactly all that good. Like Over the Hedge is one of my favorites, and that game, like at best, is average. Oh, that did not kill any of them. Ow. Mater National, yeah. Ironically, I think Mater National is like essentially Cars 3, if I remember like the synopsis of it on Steam. Where like after Lightning McQueen essentially becomes famous from like the stuff in Cars 1, a bunch of people want to challenge him and stuff. Which is, like, that's honestly the plotline that Cars 2 should have had. Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions on DS. Was that on anything else? I forget if it was or not. Because I think it was. Because I have a Spider-Man game on PS3. Let me see. Oh, yeah. Okay, that one is Shattered Dimensions. That one is that. So it is entirely possible that I can do that. Oh, I forgot that. That's not what Blizzard is. That was a very weird large body encounter. You would love to hear what I have to say on the game based on the first Sam Raimi Spider-Man movie in terms of those games. From what I've like kind of heard, generally the second game is like super good and like surprisingly super good, especially, you know, considering licensed tie-in games. So it definitely would be interesting to go through all of those. Oh yeah, and then there's also all the Lego games. Oh my goodness, I keep doing that. I might want to change that just because I keep forgetting it. I normally don't forget that, which is why it's so weird that I am. What do I think of MultiVersus failure? Man, there are a lot of thoughts that I have on that. Because, like, MultiVersus as a platform fighter is, like, one of the first platform fighters where, well, actually, I'll say Rivals 1 was, like, one that I understood a decent amount too. But MultiVersus felt like it was a platform fighter, like, competitively anyways. It felt like a platform fighter that I actually, like, understood how to play at a competitive level. And wow, the audio was really bad there. Jeez. That game failing is so sad because I was like one of the main advocates for like that game wanting to succeed, and just that game kind of just failing on all accounts over the course of its lifespan has been very sad and upsetting, especially because like I'm someone who wants platform fighters to grow as a genre anyways. And so for like one of the biggest platform fighters in a while just essentially going nowhere is very bad, because that has an effect on a lot of other ones. Because wow, that hit me. One thing that I feel like a fair amount of people don't know is that for League of Legends, they planned on having a platform fighter for League, but then the failure of MultiVersus made them basically decide to not do it. Oh, that hit me. Did not expect that to do that. But it's whatever, because I have Mickey here. Okay, finally he gets away from that wall too. He's been sitting at that wall this entire time. Oh, of course, now you start doing that. Whatever.
Let's go.
Oh, well, whatever. I was hoping for the reaction command there, but whatever. But yeah, MultiVersus failing. It kind of means that we're not gonna get any like major platform fighters that aren't like indie games for the next like possibly 10 years, and I wish I was joking when I said that. Hey, that's fine, Cuba. It does mean a lot that you are here at all, because this is my first time in 2 years actually being on my own channel. So MultiVersus hurts you. You played it since the open beta. Same. That's why it hurts so much, because I'm like, man, this game was super cool, and it took until season 5 before they even were able to start turning stuff around. And like apparently, most of it is basically the fault of like one guy who had very bad like mismanagement of stuff. And for like in 2020 anything, for a Warner Brothers property game to be failing and it not be the fault of Warner Brothers is kind of insane. At least not mostly, anyways, as far as MultiVersus. Like that genuinely makes me sad, because I'm like, bro, in a time where Warner Brothers has kind of been dropping the ball in multiple aspects and multiple accounts, you're telling me this is the one time where Warner Brothers is like the least worrying thing? Oh, I guess I hit the big one. I didn't even see it. Yeah, like, man, it's sad. Yeah, like, the options they had for, especially characters, that was, like, one of the main things that they dropped the ball on hard with. Like, apparently, from what I'm hearing, they had the ability to have SpongeBob in the game. They were offered SpongeBob, and they declined, which I have no idea why. It's like, you have... Like, there were so many characters that they planned on having in the game that... Oh my goodness, that's not blocking anything. It's okay. Okay, I had to focus against these enemies, because these enemies can be very threatening. But anyways, like, they had so many different planned characters, a lot of them being, like, super cool and would be like very sensical for the game, but because they kind of fumbled on a lot of the characters for like the first 4 seasons. Ooh, nice. You have to get that. Now hopefully I don't die, just so that I can keep that. Yeah, okay. Yeah, monetization for the game also wasn't that great either. Oh my goodness, this thing. Oh my goodness, Sora, please. Oh, does this hit? Okay. Uh-oh. Oh, right, you could actually get up there with that too. Not this way. Favorite Metroid game? Yours is Fusion. That's actually pretty surprising because like Fusion is up there as one of my favorites. But I would have to put Dread up there because Dread mainly for the gameplay. Dread's gameplay is like my favorite in the series. Ow. There we go. Yeah. Okay. Thank goodness I didn't kill me. But yeah, for me, my favorite three would be, what is it? Dread, Fusion, and then Prime 3. Those would be my top three. And then Samus Returns is a close second because that was the first game, well, first Metroid game that I 100%ed. Because it actually felt like kind of easy to 100% Samus Returns. Yeah, at least it is offline for MultiVersus, but that game being resorted to a parsec game is not the most fun thing in my head.
Dance, water, dance.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of characters that are like, why were they added? Like Banana Guard, I know for a fact no one asked for Banana Guard, but they only put Banana Guard as a starting roster because absolutely no one would have bought him. Like if it was Princess Bubblegum for beginning roster that took the place of Banana Guard, I would at least understand. It's not a like I feel like Bubblegum at least makes sense. There we go. Yeah, like Bubblegum at least makes sense as a character that you would put in over Banana Guard, but then Banana Guard was put in. And then it took 4 seasons to put in Marceline. Like it took until season 4 before the characters like consistently were highly requested characters. Because like season 1 you had Joker, Jason, and Agent Smith, which not that bad. I'll be honest, that's actually like pretty good. And then season 2, you had Samurai Jack. I didn't really watch much of Samurai Jack, but I know that he's like really well loved, and that show is really well loved. But then they also added Beetlejuice at the same time. And then season 3 was Powerpuff Girls and Nubia. Powerpuff Girls was really well loved. But then Nubia, I feel like most people didn't even know who Nubia was. And then season 4 was Raven and Marceline, which I feel like was the first like actually really good picks, but at that point it was like so late that it almost didn't matter. And then you have season 5, which is Lola and Aquaman, which is not that good. Like I don't mind either of them, but when there's so many other characters that could have been put in, like Lola being in the game before Daffy is very odd. Oh, whatever. Now I kind of just have to wait. There we go. Looking at chat. It sucks that Kingdom Hearts games will probably never come to the Switch in the same soon. I don't know what that's supposed to say. Thanks to cloud version on the system that is advertised to be portable. Yeah. Like as a Kingdom Hearts fan, I'm just like, like even if the Switch version was like your only choice, I would literally say do not play that. Like that is, as a Kingdom Hearts fan, that is the one time I'm like, yeah, do not play that. Like, literally get a PS4 or a PS5 and play it that way. I would even argue get an Xbox and play it that way.
Let's go.
Or maybe a PC. I don't know what the system requirements are for the Kingdom Hearts games, to be honest. So that might not be the best thing to go with, but.
Let's go.
Beetlejuice was a good pick, just a very clear his movie is coming out. Adam and now, yeah, a lot of the picks were definitely based off of that, because Black Adam being added as well as the Rock skin, like it's very clear that that was the reason why, over a lot of characters that people really would have preferred and wanted. I did not equip Trinity Limit for this fight. I'm now realizing that. Well, whatever. I will have to get through it without it. Oh, cool. Both of them are dead. That's fun. Thank goodness Steam Deck exists. Yeah. Because otherwise you would not be able to get these other games portably. Or at least not in a good version portably. Because, like, honestly, I think a lot of us expected that the Kingdom Hearts games could not possibly get worse than the PS3 versions. But, like, at least the PS3 versions functioned for the most part. And then the Switch version happens and it kind of doesn't function. I need to do this again. Yes, yes, I hear you. Did that spawn again? No, it didn't. Thank goodness. Yeah, that's the thing with the cloud versions. The cloud versions, like, kind of don't function half the time because they're cloud-based. Yeah, again, Lola and Aquaman are not bad picks. Like, I fully see why that they should be in the game, and I'm not even arguing that they shouldn't be in it. But the problem is that there's so many other characters that people, like, would want. And, like, they got in over them. Thank you. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yo, what's going on, Jaden? Yeah, I really don't know why the like the games that were on PS2 could not be on Switch. Like Kingdom Hearts 3 and Fragmentary Passage I can understand. But like these games that were on PS2 and also on 3DS, like who knows, maybe with Switch 2 maybe we'll get physical versions, but like I'm wanting to assume there's some underlying reason as to why they couldn't put it on Switch, just because of like maybe hardware or something like that. But Switch has like almost everything on it at this point, so it's very hard to imagine that Kingdom Hearts of all things could not be on it, like natively anyways.
This is your cat.
You're a PC player currently using a laptop now, and as much as you want to play video games, including ones that are console only, you fear that you're going to be extremely rusty since you never properly played them. You could still play them. That doesn't really mean much. I'd say the only time that actually like really means anything is like for like competitive online games and stuff like that, or if you're like trying to play a fighting game or something like that, and like even then you really only need to care about that if you're trying to play them at like a super competitive level. But like if you're just trying to play a game just to have fun, you don't have to worry about that at all. Do I want? Yeah, I want that. And this I do need to change. Oh, I need to change that too. And with Lola, she did become a popular Looney Tunes character. Yeah, she did. Like, again, I don't mind that Lola's in. It's just that Lola's in, but Daffy is not in the game. Like, Daffy's gonna get at, well, was probably going to get added in after Lola, which to me is a little weird. Oh my goodness. Gotta love Shadows going back into the ground frame one. You've heard of PCSX2, but you've never known what it really does. It's essentially an emulator. Basically, if you have like either a ROM or a physical disc of a PS2 game, then you're able to play that on your PC. I've never seen this just do this. I think is that permanently falling? I can't tell. I've never seen this thing just exist as like half of a head. Oh, you also watch Benjamin too? I remember watching like a fair amount of his videos. I haven't really seen a lot of his stuff recently, but I'm definitely a big fan of countdown videos. Those are always super good, and his review videos as well. Playing Dread really made you tired of the tough enemy encounters in the later games or later section of the game. The enemy robots were disgustingly common, especially in the early game. But that's just your opinion. I mean, the Metroid games have always been like decently difficult. Like I honestly, fair reason why I was able to get through a fair amount of them was because I was emulating the Game Boy Advance games. So, and I had, what is it, not autosave, but save slots. I could just reload saves and stuff, which makes that a lot easier for certain things. Oh, he's done with scripted videos. He's just doing streaming now. Okay. I mean, that's fair. I know he also had like a job for like a Disney game, but I don't remember the name of it. It was like a mobile RPG game. What I think of Sonic 3? I'm assuming the movie. That was the best Sonic movie. On a quick off-topic, seeing Abacchio great heat attack being the funny beatdown in JoJo All-Star Battle R was just perfect. Yeah. It's nice to see him actually being playable in a fighting game, because he essentially... That was the first time he was ever playable in a fighting game, I think. Most of the other times is just the other members of Part 5 of JoJo's. I could have used the thing there. That's whatever.
Let's go. Nice. This way. This way. Let's go. Nice. This way. Let's go. Nice.
Disney Mirrorverse, yeah, that's what it was.
Nice.
For Benjamin Age.
This way. Let's go. Nice. This way. Let's go. Nice. This way. Let's go. Nice. This way.
Oh my goodness, Minnie, please.
This way.
Oh my goodness.
This way. Let's go.
Have to move her 2 inches forward so I could get the finish for that. You never liked the stealth segment in Zero Mission? You only like the SA... Wow, I messed that up. The SAX, since it was a great take on the you're your own worst enemy trope. Yeah, like, I say for story, Fusion's definitely one of my favorites in the series. Actually, probably my favorite in the series. Because it takes, like, everything from the first 3 games and kind of turns everything on its head. And, like, the whole reputation that you've kind of built because of Metroid 1, Samus Returns, and Super Metroid. and you're effectively starting from
Let's go.
like ground zero.
This way. Let's go.
Even though that is effectively most of the games, but
This way. Let's go.
I feel like Fusion is one of the best examples of it because it also
This way.
applies the reputation of it that Samus has gotten.
This way. Let's go.
Oh, I'm gonna do that
Let's
again.
go. This way. Let's go. This way. Let's go.
Oh, that's all the summon. I don't want that. Disney Mirrorverse had the coolest redesigns for Disney characters. It's unfortunate that it was wasted on a mobile game that you can't play anymore. Oh, I didn't even know you couldn't play it anymore. I thought that it was still like an active thing. Sonic 3 was a really fun movie. Got to watch it mid-vacation as a bonus because your family finished early on your activities and that there was room for a movie outing. That's actually pretty nice that you were able to do it on vacation. I think when I saw it, it was either a week or two after the movie released. I know I didn't see it day one.
Yeah.
Your problems with Fusions are the gameplay changes, which is fair. Fusion is very different gameplay-wise. Because, like, that's honestly the case with most Metroid games. Like, I can see a fair amount of Metroid games being someone's favorite, whether it be because of either nostalgia purposes or just because of the actual, like, gameplay itself on top of, like, the setting and stuff. That's kind of what makes Metroid so good. Most of the games are just really good. It's, like, very similar to Kirby. Like, I can see, like, almost any Kirby game, really, being someone's favorite. Oh my goodness. Oh, he doesn't get hit by magic during that? That's annoying. Oh my goodness. Never knew that he did not get hit by magic during that. Yeah, you do need to finish Prime 2 and 3. It's very funny because Jaden, for those of you that don't know, Jaden is the person that got me into Metroid. And now I have played more Metroid games than he has. I think there's only like one, I think it's just one Metroid game that I haven't played, minus Prime 4, because that's not out yet, but I think the only Metroid game that I haven't played was the, forgetting the name of it. It's the one on 3DS that was bad. That's all I have to really say to give a warning to that. Honestly, the fact that I don't remember the name of it is saying a lot. You never really cared about the Sonic movies, never seen any of them, but it's nice to hear the fans are at least enjoying them. I don't know if you're, like, a Sonic fan or not, because I feel like they are still good movies, even from a non-Sonic standpoint, but I feel like it means a lot more if you are a fan of Sonic, because especially for, like, the last 10-ish years, especially, like, kind of character writing-wise, the Sonic games weren't really, like, all that good writing-wise, or even, like, just generally gameplay-wise, to be honest. But the Sonic movies did, like, really good jobs with their characters overall and their separate interpretations of them. So I think that's like one of the main things that people like about the Sonic movies, that the Sonic characters are treated really well. Beyond the stealth, you really like Zero Mission. I would need to replay Zero Mission one day, because Zero Mission obviously was like the first one that I played, and my experience with Metroid now is very different than how it was when I started. Out. So I would need to play that game with a different scope. Oh, that didn't hit that one. Oh! Oh my goodness. Ah! Okay, I got comboed in the corner there. That sucked. I might just want to use Chicken Little for that, I guess. Yeah, you don't think there's a bad mainline Kirby? Yeah, like, Kirby's like the one series that's like just consistently like pretty good. You can't really go super wrong with Kirby. It genuinely feels like the creators of Kirby always know what they're doing whenever it comes to it. Oh my goodness, it doesn't get hit or not. Oh, Federation Force, yeah. Yeah, that's the name of it. You're not the hugest Sonic fan, but you're trying to get into it more. But even then, you can't see yourself caring about the movies. And that's also fair. It might also just generally depend on which like games you've played. Because again, I feel like the experience and your like interpretation of Sonic heavily depends on which game you play first. Or I guess which one you experience first. Because like there are definitely some games in the series that I'm like, yeah, do not play this first. Because your interpretation of the series will be very different. Like Forces, I would say don't play that first. Wait, what? Which one did I not do? I thought I did all these. Unless they stay up. Do they stay up? I forget if they do. Okay, they do. I completely forgot that they stay up, even after beating all four. I thought they disappeared, and then they show up later when you beat the world.
Later, losers! Oh, I can't take anymore.
Fusion was actually your first game? I feel like for Metroid, it probably is just best to start from the first, but I can still understand, like, going for, like, whatever you're just able to get your hands on at the time. Especially if the first time you played Fusion was when you were younger, which, obviously, if that ends up happening, that makes a lot more sense. Yeah, even the weak links of Kirby are still, like, remembered decently fondly, to be honest. You played Heroes first, and to be honest, you're kind of interested in most Sonic games, aside from the 2D stuff. Also, I want to say that's somewhat fair, but also, I want to say that's not somewhat fair because that's the origins of Sonic, aside from like Mania, obviously. But there's also somewhat fair because to me, most of them are like too good. The only like 2D games for Sonic that I like are CD and Mania. The other ones are like eh. Oh, that was actually kind of sick. I wish that thunder actually came out to hit, but ow. Oh my goodness, you are still running. Oh yeah, Sora's Timeless River skin in Smash Ultimate is super good. I'm honestly surprised they were allowed to use that one. But it's sick that you were able to get that. Ow. Oh, right, these things. Oh, I thought I'd levitate over it, but I did it too early. You really like the grassy green redesign of the Fusion Various suit in Samus Returns? I have to remember what that suit looks like. Because a lot of my favorite suits are typically like the blues and purples. Mainly because blue's like favorite color and then purple's probably second favorite. You're still going to play the 2D games, but you don't really care much about them. That's also still fair, because that's essentially me.
Full speed ahead!
Do I kill this with this ship? I should be able to. There we go. Because I know on a normal playthrough, I'm normally able to get that anyways. Mania couldn't really hold your attention. You just found what you played of it kind of boring. Then you definitely just don't like the 2D games then, because the Mania is kind of considered as one of the best ones. It might be because of the story for them then. Because I know the story for most of the 2D games aren't really all like that in-depth or like major in comparison to a lot of the 3D games. So I don't know, you might be like a decently heavy story person. And the 2D Sonic games definitely don't have like too much of it. From what you played of Heroes, because I don't remember if you said like your opinion about Heroes. What did you feel about Heroes? Oh, you were playing Mad Red Dead and you were thinking of me? I'm glad about that. It's crazy that I just had that game in my backlog for so long. Because that's probably one of my favorite games now. I wouldn't say it's like top 5, but At, at least top 30, more than likely. I'd have to definitely think about it, but definitely at least top 30. If not that, top 40 at least. Yeah, it just felt like nothing was happening in between stages and you were just going through the motions from point A to B. Yeah, that's most of 2D Sonic, so you definitely just don't like 2D Sonic that much. I'd say the one exception to that is Sonic Rush. That's probably the one major exception to that.
Good going, Sora.
Oh, it was like 5 years ago when you played it? Okay. Alrighty, but I'm definitely noticing that like there's not any like technical issues, which is good as far as this, because I have been recording at least the gameplay footage the whole time, because what the like plugin is supposed to do is that it's supposed to just record the gameplay. So hopefully the audio's fine. It may or may not, but if it's not, I'll just try and fix that. But because this is mainly just a test anyways, I'm not really planning on using the footage that I have here for anything. It's just testing to make sure that it even works for when I'm live streaming stuff. Double, whatever. You weren't even 7 when you played it. You're now turning 19 this year. Yeah, it could definitely be like that. There's a lot of games that I definitely haven't played in forever. It is definitely crazy how a lot of time flies, to be honest. Yeah, target. I did not realize I could go this far back over here. I thought the barrier was like at this wall. I thought it would be like against there, but it's a lot further out. How far does... Yeah, because this one doesn't go anywhere past there. So I would assume that the barrier's like at that wall, but it's not. Which is weird, because every time I've gone in this encounter, I've never gone over there. And even then, you'd never even finish a story before the disc broke. Dang. That kind of sucks. I mean, to be fair, when it also comes to Sonic Heroes, I remember the first time I tried playing it, there was a time where I was doing the Sonic story, and there's a part where you're supposed to fight Team Rose. I got my butt handed to me as Sonic and Knuckles, and then they bullied Tails for like a solid minute and then left. They like jumped off the map, so I was able to continue playing the game despite basically losing the entire time. It was very funny the first time it happened, but the fact that that could even happen in that game is incredibly hilarious to me. You have those. To think you considered playing South Park Stick of Truth more than 10 years ago. You weren't even 10 at that point. That is actually crazy. So you can imagine playing that section of a game where a thing happens. I'm almost certain there are multiple parts of that game where that applies. I think that one goes there. Alright, I think these are a lot lower, because those have to have Roxas's and Sora's head. I think that goes there. At least you have a copy of the GameCube version that works, yeah. Oh, I never changed my Keyblade. I don't think well, the magic is a lot better, and magic is really good in this world, so. But yeah, honestly, after stream, I'm probably gonna make a post about like some of the future content ideas that I brought up earlier, and just generally what to do as far as some of them. I don't have any ethers right now. That's not good. Gonna do that just to get them out of the shadows at least. Or any of them that are not stunned currently. Does Chicken Little naturally stun them with thunder? Oh my goodness. There we go. I guess he does somehow. I don't know how he does that. Oh, whoops. But yeah, at some point I will fully figure out what to do for content. It's just a matter of figuring it out. Because I also have work, so I need to, like, work around that as far as doing things. Oh, you are out of that. Alright, see you later, Isaac. Ooh, we are at this section. Oh, they're up there. Okay, I'm assuming that wasn't because Goofy got hit by that. I'm gonna do that because you are staying in there a little bit too long. Okay, Chicken Little just keeps throwing out the firecracker eggs. The Varia suit was lime green and purple infusion, but in super in Samus's returns, fusion. What? Okay. And Samus Returns, I'm assuming. It was more grassy green and pink. Some fans call it watermelon suit. Thief Racer, need that. Oh, I have reaction boost. Also need that. Okay, I need to start using these AP boosts. There we go. Oh, I did have an ether. Okay, well, I definitely could have used that multiple times, but it's whatever. And that's funny, because I've had this ether this whole time, because I haven't messed with my items at all. Okay, I do want to try and level up Wisdom Form here, so I probably need more, what is it? More ethers than potions here. No, I'm just playing the game. I'm not really speedrunning it. I'm just trying to play the game. I should probably hit this. Ow. Alright, I like barely got that, but... Oh, fusion mode is what you meant. Am I making new videos? At some point, I'm wanting to. And, oh my goodness. I kind of forget that they are just there with guns drawn. But anyways, thanks for the appreciation for the videos. Yeah, I think once I beat Barbosa, which isn't that far out, I'll probably stop streaming. Oh, there's no chest there. I thought that... Okay. So, thanks, game. Do I have a favorite Mario RPG? I definitely am starting to play through a few of them right now. I have 4 in my possession on Switch. I have Thousand Year Door, which is definitely up there for one of my favorites. I'm playing through Super Mario RPG right now, and that one's been pretty enjoyable. I have Mario and Rabbids Sparks of Hope, which I played the first one, and I enjoyed that one a lot. And then I have Mario and Luigi Brothership, which at some point I need to play. But it's a matter of getting through a lot of the other games that I have currently. Oh my goodness, he blew himself up with his own bomb. Oh my goodness, I was trying to make sure he didn't go into that. Thankfully, he walked out of it of his own accord. But I'd say one of my favorite Mario RPGs, just out of like nostalgia, because I never actually beat the game, was Thousand Year Door.
Once again, Jack.
Oh, time to hope that Jack doesn't die, by the way. Thought I was. Gonna do that just to make sure he doesn't shoot me in the face. Oh, this would be cool to end on. Let's go. Was not trying to get that. Oh yeah, Ape Escape fans. They get Ape Escape in Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater, I think is the name of it. Yeah, Metal Gear Solid 3. You really like Mario and Luigi Brothership, even if you haven't played that much, I'm assuming, is what you missed there. You really love the Mario and Luigi RPGs. Those are good. But now Thousand Year Door is in your top 3 now that you finally played it. Yeah, it is super good. And there is a reason it got remastered. I'm definitely shocked that the first one didn't, all things considered. But, or I guess remade, not remastered. Do I like Vocaloid? I don't dislike it, but I definitely haven't listened to that much of it. So now Ape Escape 3 ports are a realistic possibility. Yeah, I need PlayStation to start porting or remastering some of their games. Alrighty, so that entire time, I did have the recording on for the thing. So, everything, by and large, should work. Everything should be fine for that. Let me see if it actually shows up. Yeah, it does. And then if I stop it, yep, it's completed. And how much space does that take up? If it's willing to show me, that'd be nice. Oh, I'm not clicked on. That's why. 12 gigabytes? That's about right, to be honest. For every hour, it's like 10 gigabytes. I might have to lower that a little bit, but... yeah, I might have to lower bit rate a little bit, but overall, that's fine. Then I have to check to make sure that that actually works. What Zelda item do I hate the most? I haven't really played that many Zelda games. I mean, I played Ocarina of Time, Breath of the Wild, but I think those... well, actually, there's Triforce Heroes. I think those are the 3 that I've beaten. And then most of the other games I played, but I haven't beaten. Which is definitely something I could also do for streams and stuff, but... but with that, it does look like everything is functioning fine, aside from whatever that was. I don't know what that was. I was just moving my mouse from one screen to the other, and that shifted, but... aside from that, it looks like everything's working fine, which I'm not entirely surprised by. With a better, graphics card and CPU, I should be able to do basically anything I want. But... oh, the aspect ratio's different. Why is the aspect ratio different? That's extremely weird. Okay, whatever. I'll look at that later. But... yeah, I'm going to be ending off the stream there. It does mean a lot that a lot of you showed up for the stream, especially because I've been gone for 2 years. With, like, very, very little updates and stuff like that. But yeah, I'll be posting a post later, probably within the hour, because a post don't take that long to make. Just asking about general content to do and stuff like that later. But yeah, it was nice seeing everyone again, and hopefully in the near future, you guys will see something from me. So